Welcome to One Down with Rachel, where we talk all things related to creating a happier, healthier, more confident lifestyle. And today, I just wanted to give an update on my progress with the Tracy Anderson Metamorphosis Program. A few weeks ago, I shared my story about how I discovered how walking is underrated and Tracy Anderson is a hero. Of course, I'll link that video so you can watch it if you'd like to. But as promised, I wanted to provide an update with my journey through metamorphosis. As of today, I am on level 6. Every 10 days, you are progressed to the next level. There's been days where I haven't worked out at all. Even still, I've been very happy with my results. In addition to the updates, I wanted to provide advice for anybody looking to take on the Metamorphosis program. I also wanted to share some insights that I think are contributing to my progress that aren't related to Tracy Anderson. First and foremost, whenever somebody is insisting that one thing, one program, one diet is a magic bullet, it's something to be skeptical of. I really want to stress that even though I've really been pleased with the results, I think much of it is because it's allowed me to reevaluate my lifestyle and how I approach diet and fitness. Before experimenting with a low-impact workout program like this one, I was convinced that in order to have an ideal physique, you had to work your ass off, literally and figuratively. Even when you got to that dream body you wanted, it was going to be hell to maintain it. For anybody watching this, I would love to share the possibility that if you listen to your hunger signals, get activity in, that you can have your ideal body. That may be another large topic for a different video. Today, I'll keep it focused towards Tracy Anderson and what I've learned, what my recommendations would be for anyone looking to try it, and some things that aren't so great about it. With Tracy Anderson's program, there are a lot of moves and techniques and exercises that you may have never seen in your life. A majority of them have been that way for me. And much of the time when following along with the video, you really have to study her moves because she does not give clear instruction. Much of the time, she doesn't give any instruction. For anyone that hasn't seen any of her videos, it's typically broken up into 3 parts. You have a kind of upper body workout where your arms, there may be an ab cycle in there, and then you have your legs where you'll work out on one side and then repeat on the other. And typically the first half of the workout for legs, she'll give some instructions, but for the second half, she just assumes that you'll be able to recall what was covered in the first half of that. To be fair, you are doing each workout for 10 days, so after a few goes, you do pick up on it, you can commit some of it to memory, but when it's your first time, it is something to study. I would recommend for anybody getting in the swing of metamorphosis that you review the level before you actually take it. So before going on to level 7, which will be the next phase for me, I will actually review the video, get familiar with some of the moves because many of them can be very strange, and if it's so foreign to you, you waste time in your workout just trying to figure it out. Second recommendation, be very mindful of the moves. You could technically follow along with her workouts and not feel a burn, but there's a big difference between how much attention you give to the move, how much you're tightening your core throughout. So I give the recommendation to seek the burn. If you're doing a certain workout and say you're moving your leg up in the air and you're not feeling a burn, really try to tighten up your glutes, tighten your core, and be present throughout the workout. If you can do that, you will notice much greater results than if you were to just kind of flop along, do the moves. Throughout some of these levels too, Tracy does remind you not to cheat. There are certain levels where you feel it's burning so much you can't get through it. For me, I would rather pause for a second than just completely quit. So sometimes, especially when I'm taking on a newer level, I will be patient with myself. I will pause. I may change a song if I'm listening to music in the background to get me more motivated. Whatever you gotta do. It's really about knowing yourself and supporting yourself. My 4th recommendation would be to be patient. So when I was on level 4, which was, day 40 to 50, I began to be frustrated because although in the beginning I found that I had really good results, I started to second guess whether it was the right approach for me. That level wasn't as challenging as other ones had been, and for someone who's used to having high intensity workouts, I was second guessing my decision to take it down a notch. But then when I moved on to level 5, I was refreshed to see that it got challenging again. So I'm really relieved that I committed to the process. I kept on going because I do want to give this a fully fair shot and see it through to the end. I mentioned that I'll sometimes play music in the background, and that leads me to my next recommendation, which is to make it as fun as you can. Because let's face it, if you're doing the same workout for 10 days in a row, it can get kind of bland. I will not sugarcoat that. I gotta kind of coach myself through that. So what I'll do is put on some fun background music. Sometimes keeping it fun in addition to music may be to wear fun workout clothes or get ready for working out. I've been known sometimes to actually put on makeup before I work out, not so much foundation, but to put on eye makeup just so I feel good about myself. I feel a little bit sexy. When I feel sexy, I'm more inclined to work out. Lord knows when I feel fat and bloated, the working out is the last thing I want to do. So I really try and make a good effort of supporting myself and identifying those things, whether it's music, fun workout clothes, or making myself feel prettier. That can help me do that, help me stay motivated. Those are the key recommendations I have if you're looking at adopting Tracy Anderson's method, specifically metamorphosis. But I also wanted to cover some downsides. Someone like myself that's been known to do high intensity workouts is that I don't get the type of endorphin effect I do as I would with, say, running or high intensity, or I don't have that totally rejuvenated, exhausted, fulfilled feeling like I do with those workouts. But regardless, when I look at my Apple Watch and see my heart rate, there's many times where it gets just as high as it does when I'm in a circuit class. That other downside I mentioned before is that it can get kind of boring. So you just want to make sure if you're looking at trying this out that you do what you can to make it fun. So again, really the lack of endorphins, the kind of mundaneness that it can take on, those are the two big downsides, I would say. As far as when I've seen results, it really did start taking effect probably a month into it to 6 weeks into it. Some days I'd see results more than others, and for me, that's just personal. My body fluctuates all the time, and I often have to remind myself of that, especially depending on where my cycle is. But when it comes to the results I've noticed, with her core workout she does, I really think it's had this type of corset effect. In addition to maintaining a tighter core, a more cinched core, I've noticed that in general, my body looks and feels longer and leaner. So much so that even my fiance, who is not Mr. Compliment, which I'm fine with because then I know when he does give a compliment, it really holds weight, no pun intended. But he's even made comments about, you're looking lean. Whether I stay with the Tracy Anderson program long term or not, I am so thankful I can have a fitness routine that isn't so draining, that is reasonable, sustainable, and feel great about it. I hope that's helpful for anyone that's looking to dabble in Tracy Anderson or just looking for different perspective on a different fitness approach. This program is only one facet of my lifestyle, and I would love to create more content around other insights I've had more recently. So I hope you found these recommendations helpful. And for those of you that have subscribed or added comments, I want you to know how much I appreciate it. And if you have recommendations of your own or your own insights you'd like to share, I would love for you to comment below. And if you're interested in learning about other ways I'm taking on a happier, healthier, more confident lifestyle, I would love for you to subscribe. Thank you.